ruling political class rammed that through to allow the banksters to create over $1,000 trillion in fake counterfeit garbage, as Madoff has admitted. He says, why am I in trouble? This is what everybody does. And it's true. It's true. I mean, it was Ken Lay in 1995-96 on record in the meetings with Al Gore setting up the carbon tax model. Then Gore set up Gore and Blood. There's no pun there. That's the other guy's name is Blood. And they set up this carbon trading system. And Obama's heavily invested in it. And it's a scam. And I try to explain this to people. I go, okay, let's just for the sake of argument say carbon dioxide is deadly. It kills plants. It kills humans. It's killing the earth. It doesn't. It's what plants operate off of, and they put off more oxygen. The studies show that it's been 40-something times, 14 times. I mean, it's been much higher in history. Plants grow faster, live longer, produces more oxygen. The truth is the planet is in a low oxygen carbon dioxide state. They've studied the ice cores, the mud samples, the rock samples. It's confirmed. It's pretty creepy, actually. That we're so level, the oxygen is low, carbon dioxide's low, but let's just say it's deadly, okay? You know, you can go out, and they've done this on TV at multiple events. We've done it. You can go out to mainline liberals at an environmental meeting at a city park in some of the cases. We've done it here. Penn and Teller did it. You can go to them and say, listen, we're getting a petition signed to ban dihydrogen monoxide. It's in our lakes. It's in our rivers. If you drink too much of it, it can make you urinate. Over 95% of the people will, and these are people with degrees. Most of these mainline liberals are not stupid. They're just a part of a cult. They suspend their thinking process, and they say, yes, I want to ban dihydrogen monoxide. Well, ladies and gentlemen, dihydrogen monoxide is H2O. It's water. 4 things on this planet create life: sunlight, water, carbon dioxide, and oxygen. You don't have those, you don't have anything. Okay? Well, the government can't really tell you that the sun's evil, though Cass Sunstein tries. They can't really tell you that oxygen's bad, 'cause people know they breathe that. They can't tell you water's evil. And so carbon dioxide sounds like monoxide, so they do it. But for the sake of argument, let's just agree carbon dioxide is evil and bad and deadly and terrible and will kill your children and kill plants and animals and bunny rabbits and Easter bunnies and everything else. And it's horrible. It'll kill Chinese jet pilots. It'll kill just anything. It's the most deadly thing on earth. If you put taxes on it, because nothing else is coming out of these coal-powered plants, the new ones now, so you got to tax something. So, oh my gosh, the carbon pollution. If you shut those down here, which they're doing, head of Energy Department said it a month ago, yeah, we're going to shut hundreds more down. We've blocked hundreds just in the last 2 years from being opened. Built, completed plants have not been allowed to open in Corpus Christi, Texas. I mean, that's just the way it is. You can just type in Energy Department shuts down coal plant. You'll just get articles every day. It's going on all over the country. Let's just say it's deadly. They shut them down. China is building 3 a week, has no carbon scrubbers on them at all, and spews pure toxic waste, mercury, lead, arsenic, into the air, no scrubbers, no nothing, and it drifts over to the United States directly in the trade winds. You know, China, Japan, Pacific Ocean, United States. Boom, comes right over. It's constantly being picked up at incredibly high levels at every metering station in the country. Local environmental groups will use that to go blame it on local coal plants and time again file lawsuits, and it comes out it's China. Now, if we're one world, and by shutting down our coal plants, it just makes the industry move there where it's dirty, how does that fix the economy? How does that fix the environment? It doesn't. It increases the output in the devil gas, known as Satan itself, Beelzebub, the 9th circle of hell, absolute demonic vortex of Armageddon, carbon dioxide. The absolute demonic vortex of hell itself is increasing in levels. Now, I'm not worried about the demonic vortex of hell, carbon dioxide, because I know it's not the demonic vortex of hell as you say it is, but I am worried about that lead, arsenic, and the rest of it. And is coal perfect? No. They still got to do something with that toxic waste from our coal power plants. But let me tell you something. It's a lot better than Fukushima. You see, I'm not a liberal. I'm not a conservative. I get emails going, Alex, you're not a conservative. Conservatives are for nuclear power. Really? Who said so? Alex, you're against the Patriot Act. You must be a liberal. Try a constitutionalist. I don't sit here and go, well, I'm a Democrat, so I'm for this, or I'm a Republican. So I'm for that. I research issues, I research topics, and I come up with my view and understanding, and I interview experts every day as you hear them, and I literally immerse myself in this to try to be the most informed I can. Doesn't mean I have all the answers. But compared to someone out there in the general public, 90+% at the average event that you can get to ban not just dihydrogen monoxide, they'll sign a petition for that. They'll sign one for table salt because it's got a scary name. What is it? Sodium chloride. Chloride sounds pretty scary, doesn't it? So the globalists are a criminal ruling class. And this morning I was enraged getting in my car. And it was like God talked to me, one of those epiphanies. And I said, relax. Relax. Just get your message out. It's always been this way. It's always a fight between good and evil. And I was kind of self-reflective. I said, why am I so angry? And it's simple. I don't like watching this criminal class get away with ridiculous lies, ridiculous corruption, when if people would just get a little bit of knowledge, they wouldn't get away with it. But the public is so uninformed, they will ban water if told to. We're going to come back into some key financial news. Then we've got another guest coming up to break down what's happening in the economy and Obama's speech. Then your phone call. Stay with us.
Do you want to learn more about preparing for the hard times ahead? Have you ever thought about actually getting off the grid and becoming truly self-reliant? Introducing Off the Grid News, a weekly newsletter for independent Americans who want practical advice on how to survive and even prosper in an increasingly dangerous world. It's the best way to get a black belt in emergency preparedness, survival skills, and off-the-grid living. Packed with hard-hitting information on gardening, food preparation, alternative energy, and home security, there's simply nothing like it. And the best part, this $100 annual subscription is now free of charge. Simply sign up today and you'll also get our hard-hitting report, Food Shock, Why 2011 Could Be the Single Most Important Year in American History to Plant a Family Garden. It's absolutely free for listeners who sign up at offthegridnews.net. That's offthegridnews.net. Get your free Food Shock right now at offthegridnews.net.
Earthquakes, hurricanes, nuclear accidents, terror attacks, and all-out social collapse. With the world today more volatile than ever, the future has never looked more uncertain. Survivalist magazine is the one resource you can't afford to be without. Claim your free trial subscription now at www.survivalist.com, and your first issue ships immediately. Get all the details and more at www.survivalist.com or order by phone. Call 1-866-437-6570. Your survival may depend on it.
If you breathe, eat, or drink, your body's pH balance is at risk. Micronized, activated zeolite is the only product of its kind on the market that can balance pH levels and offset immediate and long-term effects of nuclear fallout. 100% natural, safe, and gentle enough for children, animals, and pregnant women. Activated zeolite available at radiationfix.com or call 619-249-2574. Radiationfix.com or call 619-249-2574.
We all know that Berkey Water Purification Systems are the most trusted name in water filtration. As an authorized Berkey dealer for over 5 years and serving thousands of satisfied customers, the Berkey Guy offers amazing specials for Berkey Water Filtration Systems. The Berkey Light Systems include a set of self-sterilizing and recleanable black purification elements that purify water by removing chlorine, pathogenic bacteria, cysts, and parasites to non-detectable levels and remove harmful chemicals such as herbicides and pesticides. Order the Berkey Light System today, complete with 2 black Berkey elements for only $220. And the Berkey Guy will include 3 Sport Berkey water bottles and ship everything to you free of charge. That's right, 3 Sport Berkey water bottles and free shipping. An $87 value, yours free. Call the Berkey Guy at 1-877-886-3653. That's 1-877-886-3653. Or order online at goberkey.com. That's goberkey.com today.
Before you slip into unconsciousness, I'd like to have another kiss, another flashing chance at
Good job to the producers getting Lou Dobbs. That was an exciting 37-minute interview with him. I wanted to get Ted Anderson, 30-plus years in gold and silver brokerage, to get on the air with us just for 3 or 4 minutes here. In fact, we'll put on screen for PrisonPlanet.tv viewers. We did a Google search of gold and silver. Gold, silver hit historic peaks on gold surge. It goes on to report silver's way up. I mean, there's literally hundreds of articles there breaking down the fact that the euro's falling. At the same time, the dollar's falling because George Soros basically told the truth last week. He said silver and gold and oil are becoming the new global currency as all currencies are basically devalued, Ted.
Yeah, it sure is. It's like a game of Russian roulette, Alex, except for the bullets pointing at the heads of the people of the nation. I'm not talking about the government. I'm talking about individuals that have savings accounts. It's just going to be a really sad thing because there's so many people that are trying to live on retirement, income. And that's going to just turn into nothing. They're not going to be able to buy what they need, and it's going to be terrible.
Well, Ted, I'll tell you what's creepy is that Geithner's now involved in financial terrorism again, saying that if there's a default, it's people's fault who wanted to cut taxes and cut spending, which is the opposite of reality. Meanwhile, AP reports China is trimming its holdings of U.S. securities even more. We just got numbers from February. We always get them a few months after. And now that'll up the fact that, so that'll mean over 70% of treasuries are now not being bought by governments or investors. They're being bought by the Federal Reserve itself. That's what started to happen in Weimar Republic or Argentina.
Yeah, that's right. That's what causes hyperinflation. And we're looking at it right in the face right now. The United States is seeing the very consequences of hyperinflation. Look at silver. It's reflecting it right now. Silver's at $42.88 on the market peak today, and presently trading at $42.63. Gold, $1485.70, seeing a high of $1488.70. I mean, I can just say, Alex, right, we are sitting in the position now where there really isn't a whole lot of turning back. I don't think that even the Republican or even the Tea Party people can stop this thing from happening. The U.S. Treasuries are going to be sold by the Fed, and they're going to do what it takes to keep the government in check, paying its bills. And not only that, all their buddies, their central bank branches that they have as members, they're going to be bailing them out too. And it's not going to be pretty.
And they try to make this a left-right issue. I heard Fox this morning driving in on XM, Fox TV, saying it's the 2-year birthday of the Tea Party. The Tea Party started back in 2007, 4 years ago, by Ron Paul, by this radio show, by other true constitutionalists. And I don't really hear the Republican leadership going after the banksters. They're just talking about cutting some smaller things, as Ron Paul has said. That isn't going to fix it. And so they're making an issue that if you're a Democrat, you've got to be for bigger government. Folks, we're bankrupt. The federal government spends double a year what it did 11 years ago. We cannot continue to do this. And the lion's share of it is bailouts to the central banks that are holding us hostage, Ted. I mean, this is serious business. Now, briefly here, after we cover that financial news, tell folks over the weekend, you've got brokers there. The $3 silver, 3 DVD, free shipping deal that's $70 off the regular price. Nobody can offer a deal that good. It went up $5 from last week. It's going to go up again, you were telling me, next week. Currently, $3 silver, 3 of my best-selling films and free shipping, $115. That's over $70 off what it should be. It's going to be going up a little more next week because you're going to run out of your supplies. 800-686-2237. 800-686-2237. Ted, do 5 more minutes with us, then we'll get our guest on at the 8 after second segment of next hour. We've got Lloyd Chapman coming up. He's the head of the American Small Business League to break down Obama's speech. But I want to talk more about this.
This is GCN, the Genesis Communications Radio Network.
Over the last year, Alex has told you about, and many of you have experienced, emergencies and disasters in unprecedented numbers. People have had to literally run for their lives. Folks, this is Steve Shank with eFoods Direct. I'm not here to scare you, but when disaster strikes, you won't have time to think. You must act automatically. What does a pilot do when the helicopter engine fails in flight? No time to think, just act automatically. When the alert is broadcast, the alarm sounds, or the knock comes on your door, you'll need to be ready to act without thinking of what to do or what you need. You need a 5-day extreme emergency kit. With serious supplies and real food to secure 2 adults for 5 days, this powerful $300 extreme emergency kit is free with an order of at least $900.